Hello, good morning, happy Sunday. We are back onto Screeps and specifically playing Capture the Flag. Something else that happened. I got a comment in one of my videos for Screeps saying that they weren't able to sort of like follow along and get the code compiling. And the concern is that maybe there's some sort of like cached version that I have. I'm using like a singular Docker container that I've just been running for a while now, and it's just been working really well. And so I do wonder, what's the command to save a Docker container exactly as it is? Although that's may not exactly be what I want, because I have like my stuff inside of it. I may want to like recreate a new Docker container that just has things in it. Then that way you can use that. I don't know. I'll have to think about like how I would want to do that. So, in the meantime, everything seems to be working. It's compiling. I have this up and running in a terminal window down here. So we can just sort of jump into playing here. So we left off last time. We attempted to do my original sort of strategy here. We had one creep go off. Actually, our defender creep went off and tried to become really powerful. But that just wasn't really working very well. It didn't get very many updates before our opponents came and attacked us. And sometimes the updates were not good at all, as sometimes they couldn't make it back in time. I'm sort of thinking of this time switching it around, having our defender sit there and just stay. So maybe we'll just like mirror what our opponent does. We'll choose a healer as our defender, sort of same as this. So let's update our strategy here. Our turret should probably just attack. Choose the first healer and assign it the role of defender. It'll be the one protecting the flag. So then I just want it to always protect the flag. Everyone else is on an attacking team. So what I want to happen with that, I want you to go out and collect upgrades, I guess body parts, to beef up, like power up. Once we have, I guess like in between body part collections, we should return back to our side of the map. So return to middle of our side of map. My other thought is if I can get into those two channels, like the two bridges across the river, that could be really good for blocking our opponents, making it so that they have to go through a gauntlet of our attackers. That being said, I don't think we can kill them fast enough unless we get a really good set of power-ups, which I don't know if we can guarantee. So let's just right now play it safer. We'll return to the middle side of our map. When we're not collecting power-ups. And then if the opponents are are moving onto our side, I want to move like to the backmost as possible. So like move towards the flag, Do I want to move towards the flag at this point, or just start attacking? Maybe we just want to start attacking. So, if the opponents are moving onto our side, attack the closest to the flag. We always focus fire enemy creeps, so we all attack. That's a good one too. Is like, do we want to focus fire creeps or just attack the closest to us? If the opponents are moving onto our side, I think just attack the nearest enemy. We're not going to focus fire. Healers move with their pack or heal the nearest creep with damage. So I think when not healing, healers stay in the near the flag. So that way they're hopefully out of the way of being attacked, but can sort of get to where they need to go quickly. And then once all enemies are dead, swarm the flag. Okay. This is assuming they're going to attack us. This one group, I think, does do that. Kind of, sort of. I think more of if this is to happen, so all, I guess the other thing is at 1500 ticks, if no enemies on our side, move to flag, move to opponent, take the opponent's flag. Okay, so I think it's gonna be our new strategy for this one. Let's see what we can do to sort of change this. So turrets, I just want them to kill anyone near the flag. So run towers. Yeah, that's what they're doing. They're just attacking. They're not healing. Okay, so for our defender creep, we choose the first healer and assign it the role of defender. So we've assigned the role defender false. And this is tick 1. So if creep healer, assign defender. Okay, so attach that role to the creep. Okay. So it will move to the flag, it'll move to the flag, sit on it, and heal itself if damaged. Okay, so let's see what we can do. We have run defender. So if enemy distance, I don't really care about the if enemy distance at all. We have our creep, our flag. I don't need the closest enemy. I don't need the enemy distance at all anymore. So I'm going to remove those. I'm just going to move to our flag. So creep dot move to. Our flag. And then I want a creep dot heal. Ourselves. Okay, so now our healer will just go straight there and heal itself. So that's good. Attackers. Okay, so for our attackers, I want them to beef up so they can win that big battle once they get to that point. So there's I guess like a couple states that we're in. I want them to be moving towards the closest body part of their type. I guess the other thing is that I want to have them move back to like, I want to decide what that position is. So run attackers. So I don't really think I want a lot of like this enemy distance type thing in here. Although I might want to choose that for if they're on the halfway point of the map. I guess the enemy could also move into the middle of the map to also try to take updates or upgrades, body parts, and we would want to attack and kill them too. Okay, so run our attackers. Step 1, I want them to, I guess I want to get what body parts exist. So do I have to get body parts? I don't. Okay, so if there are body parts, I want to move up and sort of grab those. Because like there's a bunch of different states that we can have, right? So we can have a state of enemies are in the river. Enemies have crossed the river. So enemies on our side, enemies on their side, enemies in the river. I guess that's 3 sort of like game states that we can have, or enemy states, really. And our strategy is going to be different depending upon what states the enemies are in. So what if I do this? So we have enemy side in river. And then our side. So then I want to update and set the enemy state. Probably at the beginning in here before we run, because then at run time, at run attacker, I want to determine the enemy state to then determine, okay, what am I going to do? So I'm going to want enemies, which is going to be a reference to a vec of creep. Yeah, I have a vector of creeps as our enemies right here. So this will be fine. So then I guess I also want... I can have the distance, enemy distance to flag right here. I guess there's another state, which would be all dead. Just dead. All right, well, easiest one to do here is if enemies dot is empty, I want to return dead. Enemy side would be, I guess, the distance to the enemies. So distance to our flag. Okay, so the enemies are not empty. We have enemies. And so I want the closest distance to our flag. So I could match on this. But I might want to do if statements on it so I can use like greater than. So if distance to our flag, if this is less than 50, I guess like maybe I should do if this is less than 40. $45. If it's less than 45, then we are self our side. If this is less than 35, or I guess it would be okay, so if it's less than 45, they're on our side. If it's greater than 55, then that 10 space would be ours, right? Like they're in the river. So 45 or closer, they're on our side. Well, let's just do like a less than. So less than 55 means South River. And then our side, river. Yeah, there's only one other choice, which is South enemy side. We have to have enemy distance to flag at this point in time. And this is where we run that. Ched, hello, and thank you so much for the subscription. It's 16 months. Wow. Oh man, that's been a long time. And you woke up earlier today. Well, it's awesome to have you here. I think you'd enjoy this game if you wanted to sort of play around with it. I'm doing it in Rust, but the native sort of language for it is JavaScript. So something very very easy to do. Have I been streaming for a while? I've been streaming for 28 minutes, but that includes like the sort of like the introductory 5-minute thing. So 20 minutes. So, oh, 16 months. I know. It's been, well, I've been streaming for longer than that. That was when I got the associate. Is that what it's called? It's when I got the sort of like the not partner thing. But I was doing this since 2018, 2017 or so. Yeah, because I started back then when I was still teaching. So it's been a while. I think I started before I did Rust at all too. I was doing game dev with like Lua, which was a lot of fun. All right, so enemy state equals, okay, so I want to grab this enemy state. New, and we're gonna pass in a reference to the enemies and our enemy distance to flag. And now we have this enemy state, which we can pass in to our run attacker. Actually, you know what I could do? I could just calculate here and run it. Oh no, I don't want to calculate it for every single one. I want to calculate it once. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. All right, so we'll take an enemy state here. Okay, so if the enemy state, we're only going after body parts if the enemy state is on their side. That's like the only time. So let's match on enemy state. So if the enemy state's on the enemy side, I want to get the body parts. I want to move to the body parts. Let's see. Okay, so I want to for each of our creeps that is the body part type, or do I just want to all go towards whatever closest body part is to us? I think we want to just make ourselves super strong with whatever we can do, right? So, if I move, well, I guess like if I as a like melee pick up a ranged, does that really help me? I can't like attack. I can't do like multiple attacks at the same time, right? Let's actually launch the game and look at the documentation. I don't know if it has like what actions I can do. They didn't really talk about that in the tutorial. Yeah, these are just the API. It would be pretty amazing if I had a ranged body part and a melee body part and a heal body part. If I could do all three of those actions in a single tick, because in that case, I don't really care anymore. I just want every creep to get everything. I wonder if that would be under constants. Maybe we can find like error. There's this error tired. It doesn't really have this here. I wonder if we could find this in just like their generic the generic Screeps documentation. Okay. This is for the other game, but I would guess they're using the same engine. Okay, that's not what I want. So it doesn't necessarily say that. So maybe I can simultaneous actions. If you try to execute all the dependent methods within one tick, only the rightmost one will be executed. Okay, so harvest, attack, build, repair, dismantle. So attack, can't do that. So interesting. This one has attack, heal, ranged attack, but there's no attack inside of there. Ooh, okay. So I think I can attack, ranged attack, and heal. All in the same. Oh, wait, no. This is one. So interesting. Okay. I can attack or heal. I can ranged attack or ranged heal. Okay, so for a melee unit, I can attempt to attack the closest one next to me. If that enemy isn't next to me and so therefore I have to move towards it, I could then instead order myself to heal myself if I have the heal, and then move towards that enemy. So that way I keep myself healed up. And if there's nobody near me, maybe I can also do like a ranged heal at that point in time to heal everyone within range. That could be interesting. But it looks like I can attack and range attack together. Okay, so in that case, what I want to do is everyone just move towards the closest body part to you. And if there are no body parts, I want you to all come back to like a centralized spot. So let's do... I don't know if I want to like go towards the first one always or just the closest one in this. Let's see, what do I have for like get? And create an array of these body parts. Okay, so find closest body part maybe. Am I calling this global? Oh yeah, global utilities. Okay, so create creeps array. Object to creep. Okay, so I want body. Well, this is body parts array. This is literally only ever going to be used in capture the flag. I don't think I can collect into an array. I don't think it knows how to do that. So I should probably just loop through. Okay, so that gives me an array of body parts. This is more of a JavaScript array. So then the next step is to find the closest one to me. So function, and the index should remain the same because I'm doing this in order. I'm pushing them in the same order. So if I just get the index, that will be fine. So get closest body parts. Not exactly. I think it's going to be like a game object that we get back, but we'll find out. So I take these body parts, which is this array, which I think I can take ownership of because I'm not going to need it. I don't think I'm going to need it again. And I want to find closest by path. So from position, okay, we need the creep. Positions is going to be a reference of body parts, and then don't really care about the options. Right, okay, so you return an option with an object in it. This should always be available because, well, it should always be available, but there is always a chance that it might fail. Okay, so if we have some, we have basically this object. Which isn't really helpful, is it? But I might be able to pass this in. What if I do an object here? And so we're returning this object. If you fail, I want to know. So we're going to warn error finding closest body part. Oh, okay. So we want creep object to creep. No, I want the opposite. I want creep to object. Ooh, okay, so creep dot. What can I do to get an object from it? Wait. I think I'm doing this wrong. I think what I want to do is do this from the creep. So creep dot find closest by path from here. Then I get my positions of the array, which is going to be a reference of body parts and none here. Okay, I think that's what I want to do. Used a moved enemy state. Oh, because it's in a for loop. We'll just make it's a simple enum. I'm gonna make this derive, clone, and copy. Okay, so I get the closest body part here. That gives me an object, and so now I want to move to that. Okay, so you're happy with that. That should work because this object should have an X and a Y on it, which is all we need. Now, if there are no body parts, so I only want to do this if there are body parts. So if body parts dot I guess, okay, so if the body parts are empty, I want us to move to like a very special position, and then we're done. We can return out of this. And so let's go towards something like 30-30, or I don't know. We'll have to. I don't want them to just sit idly still. I want them to be on our side of the map. I could have them go towards my flag. I want to create the sort of staging area and the staging position. So I guess let's just like have them move towards my flag to begin with, because I don't have a better way right now. So we'll just do group dot move to my flag. Okay, so if the body parts is not empty, create this array from the body parts, get the closest one to it, and move to it. Okay. This is when they're on the enemy side. The other thing is that we want to run the healers for this. Because we might get attacked by the opponent's turrets, and that can actually do a pretty significant amount of damage. I almost want to like remove the healers from grabbing body parts and just have them run around and heal, but I don't know if that's fair for the healers. The healers might be able to do some interesting things. I guess almost it's outside of this, right? If I want to get a damaged, I want to get a sub array. Okay, I want to get array or a vector. Find first hurt creep. You know, I kind of wonder, I'm using that here. Is that the only place I'm using it? I think so. Okay, I want to change this to be find hurt creeps. So get hurt creeps. So I want this to be not an option creep, but a vector of a reference to creeps. So we can take our creeps, we'll get an iter, and we'll filter. So creep dot hits max is greater than creep dot hits. Yeah, okay, so if our hits are less than a hits maxed, we're hurt. So give me those and collect together into a vector. So we get the hurt creeps, and then I want to turn that into an array. So do we have create creeps array? So pass that in, okay. Then we can get the closest. This will be before we do our match in here. So let's do hurt creeps, get hurt creeps, pass it in my creeps. Okay, so if I have that, I want the I don't really care about this being a true vector here. I can now at this point pass this in as a, oh, look at this is different. Create creeps array is a reference to a vector of creep. This is global utilities. So wait, this is where it is. You can capture the flag. I'm pulling that in. Okay, so I'm doing that there. I wonder, I could clone these creeps here. So then I can use that method. So instead of a I can just do this. I then need to clone you. And then we'll do an into hitter. Okay, so I get a vec of creeps. Then I want to create creeps array, which is a reference to what's that? It should just be a vec of creep, right? So a reference to you that creates an array of these creeps. Okay, so now I got the hurt creeps, so I can oh, I guess, you know what? I do want this in two steps, right? So let hurt creeps equals this. If hurt creeps is not empty, then I want to get the array. I want to get the closest one. This is probably going to be an if let inside of here, just in case it doesn't exist. So we can do we have the closest hurt creep, so I want to then attempt to heal them. I also want to do this only if I am a healer. So I almost wonder, do I really want creep type? Oh, do I put my creep type on each of these? Yeah, look at this. Okay, so I just have if determine creep type. Okay, so I can determine a creep type. So once again, I only want to do this if determine creep type pass it in the creep if that's equal to, so I need partial equal for a creep type. All right, so if our creep type is a healer, check to see if there are any hurt creeps. If there are, then find the closest creep that's hurt to you, and find the closest creep that's hurt to you, and attempt to heal them. So then it's the entire normal if creep dot heal hurt creeps. Okay, closest. So if you're not in range, I guess I could try creep dot ranged heal. Closest hurt creep, while also trying to move towards it. So there's this move too, and then I also noticed there's this other move, move pulled by, accept an attempt by another creep to pull. Oh, that's not right. Oh man, they could pull each other. Interesting. Okay, so move 2, our target is going to be this. Closest hurt creep. You don't need to be a double reference. Aren't you? Oh, yeah, okay. Never mind. I'm reading it wrong. Oh, okay, so it needs a turn. It needs this to be a creep. It can't take in. Yeah, so it has to be an actual creep. It can't be just like JS object that knows what it's doing. Well, that's too bad. So I get the closest hurt creep, which gives me this object. So if I turn you into an object, I need to convert an object to a creep, which we can maybe do that in utilities here. The pub function, get, object to creep. I have that right here. Yeah, and then it loops through the creeps and it finds them by the ID. Okay, that makes sense. So we can do an object to creep here. So get you. So let hurt creep equals object to creep, pass it in a reference to the closest hurt creep object. That's an option, but we should. I feel fairly safe in unwrapping that because we've verified that we found it multiple times. Unless this died literally, well, in the same tick, it shouldn't. Okay, so that should be fine. Then we can use this as hurt creep here. Okay, so if you're hurt, or if there is a hurt creep, go heal them if you're a healer. Otherwise, everyone, get a list of body parts, go find those body parts, otherwise move back to the flag. Okay, so we got that. If the enemy is in the river, I want to probably just start attacking them here. So I want to get the closest enemy and attack them. Do I have like a closest enemy? I don't. Okay, so we have our enemies here. Oh, I have closest enemy right here. Okay, never mind. So we'll just attack that. So if creep dot, so we'll try all the attacks, right? So first we'll just I can't do like a range 2, I don't think. If either of our attacks result in, I almost want like add range to the enemy. This enemy distance is not exactly the same thing. How am I getting that? Oh, right. This is the closest enemy to the flag. This is the closest enemy to flag. This is enemy distance to flag. And what I want is the closest enemy to me. So which would be calculated per creep, so that would be fine here. So I do want, we have my creeps, I want the enemy creeps. Thinking about this state, it really doesn't make sense to have like a river or an R side. I want to do this something like an or. So if it's either of these, I want to find the closest enemy to me and attack it. So I have this entire sort of thing that's happening. So we have this closest hurt creep. Was find closest by path, hurt creeps array, create creeps array. So that this is feeling pretty similar to what we did out here. But let me try it. So we're gonna do our enemy creeps array. Okay, so create the creeps array from the enemies. That gives us an array. I want the closest one. So if let some closest enemy that gives me this closest enemy. Now I want to attempt to attack them. So I can also do like a can attack. Let's try that. Function can attack. So this takes in a creep. And is going to return a Boolean. I want to get all the body parts. So for body part in creep dot body dot body. Okay, so that gives me body part. I want to match body part dot part like that. Now, if you reach the end of this, you're a false. So we'll do this as a continue. So then move, work, carry. So attack, ranged attack. So it's really only that one. We're going to return true. I want to do the same thing but slightly different for can ranged attack. So for body part, the body, because we match you, this is going to be a ranged attack. You know, I could do a can heal, and then everyone who can heal will then move over and do that first thing. That could be good too. So function can heal. Okay, so I don't need to determine creep type anymore. Now I can just say if can heal, pass it in the creep. If you can heal, go and heal if there are hurt creeps. Otherwise, we're gonna head over here. So go collect body parts, or if they're in the river or on our side, I want to get the enemy creeps array. We find the closest enemy. If you can attack, so let's see, if can attack a creep. So if you can attack, I want you to I want you to attack, right? I wonder if I can also get the range to this too. So that range to enemy equals creep dot get range to. Yeah, I can. Closest enemy. which gives me a U8. Okay, so here we go. What is the range of an attack? So well, an attack is going to be a range of 1, I believe. Yeah, it has to be adjacent. So I think it has to be within range 1. A ranged attack has to be within 3. So 3 or less. Okay, so let's start with if range to enemy is less than or equal to 3, I can ranged attack them. So and can ranged attack creep, then ranged attack the target, so creep. No, enemy creep. Closest enemy, okay. It's not really an else here. So if range to enemy is well, I guess like if I can attack the closest enemy. Okay, so if can attack closest enemy, then I want to attempt to attack them. So creep dot attack closest enemy. If that equals return code not in range, creep dot move to the closest enemy, like that. Okay, so attack the closest thing to you. You're very unhappy. I want a semicolon you. That's why. You're very unhappy. The trait bound object attackable is not satisfied. Right, so this is closest enemy an object. So I need to turn the object into the creep. So let enemy creep. Let's just call enemy equals object to creep closest enemy. Okay, so then you become enemy. Oh, and we already know that you exist, so I can unwrap you. Okay, so that's this. And then if we're all dead, so no, sorry, if they're all dead, then I want you to go to the opponent's flag. I have my flag. I don't have the opponent's flag, so I want enemy flag. Do I have the enemy flag at all? I have my flag. Get flag true. Okay, so if we're dead, creep dot move to enemy flag. Just make a beeline there as fast as possible. And we're not returning anything, so this is all inside of this match. Oh, fine. Then this gets deleted. That is all of these guys. Okay. So yeah, I guess I don't need these two things anymore. So I can remove closest enemy to flag and enemy distance to flag here. So those two, I think. No errors. You've been rebuilding, I believe. We could try running this and see if it works. What do you all think? A fail, just a crash, or something else? We'll try again against floating orange. $664 ticks, so it's more than previous, but still a failure. See, here's our creeps. We're all heading in towards the flag, which is, I mean, interesting. The first item should appear here pretty soon. There, that. Oh, yeah, definitely. Air finding closest body part. Yeah, okay. So air finding closest body part. Right here. So cooped up, find closest by path body parts, which is this array. So we got a none. There is definitely a path to these. Oh, you know what it might be? If they're like stuck behind some others, they might not be able to get out. Yeah, it's unreachable because it might have checked some of these. So what if we instead of like going to the flag, what if we choose to do something like I don't know if it's always like this position. What if I say I want you to go to like, oh, because like there might be some kind of like rocks around here, which is not helpful. Okay, so what if I don't want to panic? What if I don't want get closest body part? If I do just find closest by path here and I don't do this, get closest body part equals this, then move towards it. I wonder if I want to do an if let. And instead of, we'll just do creep dot find closest by path. So if you have a path to it, this is now going to be body parts array. I want you to move to that. This is body part. No errors, and then find closest body part. We don't need that anymore. Okay, that built. Let's see if that's any better. Same number of ticks, so I'm do we have another error? Okay, so we're all starting to head out to grab body parts now. Our healers are healing. Or at least they're desperately trying to heal. Looks like we might lose a creep here. There's a ranged attacker. Oh, but look at that. Okay, so we have some healers helping out. Well, the nice thing about this is it's draining their towers. Okay, so we're just constantly moving back and forth. We're grabbing all of the power-ups this time, which is good. Some of these haven't been healed fully up yet, though. Some of them have been, though. Oh, but there, okay. Now it got healed up. Okay, so they're moving out. I haven't noticed yet. And so I wonder if I'm waiting too long, if I want them to, at this point, maybe. Okay, they're moving out. Let's like abandon and go back. I kind of like the idea of defending the river though. Maybe I can like move a bunch of creeps into the bridges though. Oh, so I haven't noticed them yet, so I'm not attacking. But now I probably should be. Does everybody have heal now and that they're going for healing and not attacking? I think everyone has. Okay, you don't have a heal. You aren't moving or attacking. Thank you, but no. Okay, so we don't have any errors. It just didn't take effect. We're just healing each other. We're not attacking the enemies. So that's not good. Okay, so if they're on the river or on our side, so is this even happening? Let's do a warn. Enemies close by. Let's also change the definition. If the definition, okay, so if the distance to our flag is less than maybe like 75, then it's in the river. Okay, I just want to see whether or not we get those warnings letting us know, hey, we're running. I guess no, we must be running. We must be running this code because we're no longer picking up body parts. So we must be inside of here. So let our enemy creeps. Okay, so we create creeps array for enemy creeps. We find the closest by path. So the closest enemy. So if we can't find them, that's a problem. So warn, can't find closest enemy to attack. Okay, so if we can attack them, you know what? I probably just want to move towards them regardless. So what if I just do this? Just move towards the enemy regardless. And what if I just do attempt to range them, attempt to melee them, move towards them? So creep dot ranged attack. Oh wait, it would be enemy. Creep dot attack enemy, and then just move towards them. So I don't even care about the range to the enemy. Just do that. Let's try that. Does it feel like it's taking longer? We lasted till 2,000 ticks. Okay, we drawed. This is the closest we've gotten to winning so far. So we do the same thing we as previous. Let's zoom forward. So we're grabbing body parts. And healing ourselves. This is all great. Okay, they start to attack out and we come to meet them. Now we're on their side, which is not necessarily great because their turrets are able to attack us. So I wonder if we want to withdraw as soon as we see that they're coming. Maybe, or maybe we don't want to. Maybe we want a slightly different strategy here. But okay, so it's a big battle in the middle of the map here. Oh, do we kill each other completely? So we're taking some of them out. They're getting close to us, but we're taking care of some stragglers too. So not too many are going to get to us. And we're all on our way home with our faithful defender sitting on the flag. And so as long as our healer creep can survive this, which I believe it does. I mean, we drew, so they didn't win. Oh yeah, and look at that. Our healers are now healing our flag creep, which is great. And that's what kept them alive. Oh, and so they had left a single creep on the flag. Oh, okay. So they left the single creep on a flag, which meant that we never attacked. We never switched to attack mode. So the way I'm thinking we can handle this is yes, they're all dead. But if there's only one of them left, so we have all dead, and then we have, what if we change this to mostly dead? And so it's not that it's if it's empty. So what if our length is less than 5, let's say. So there's less than 5 of them remaining. We'll say that you're mostly dead. If you're mostly dead, hunt down the remaining creeps and take them out. Now I could find the closest, I could do the same thing here and attack them. Or we can just okay, grab the first enemy. So if okay, we can do if let some enemy equals, we have the enemy creeps dot, so we get the first out of this. I want to move towards the enemy and attack it. So creep dot ranged attack, enemy, creep dot, attack, enemy, creep dot, move to, enemy. If there's none, move towards the flag. So hunt down the enemy creep, hunt them the last stragglers, and take them out, and then take the flag. Okay. No errors. This should get us a victory. Defeat at 650 ticks. So I wonder what happened here. So let's see. So script execution timed out. So it's taking too long. Just for that one tick though. That doesn't bode well. Okay, so everything's going fine, normal. They're going to start moving out pretty soon. And so we meet out to meet them. I wonder... I probably want to wait until they're closer to the river to go in and attack them. But I am taking them out. A decent number of them are coming through though, and I wonder if that's going to be our downfall, is that we are too far away and there's too many. They have two melees coming in. And ranger, and yeah. We're just not going to get there in time. I think that's our problem. Our turret's able to help out a little bit, but with no ability to defend itself, that's not going to work out. Our guys are coming, but they're not going to get here in time. There it goes. And dead. Okay, so it looks like sometimes I'll win, but not every time. So let's change how far away we have to be before we... Let's try the 55 again. And this might be close enough for us. No, our other choice is we could just beeline back to our flag and then just have a big melee there. Okay. Let's try this. Defeat. Only 5 more ticks this time. Okay, so is it the same problem? So going to pick up lots of stuff. Yeah, I'm way out of position. I wonder if we should only send one creep out to get them. The rest of them stay centralized here or in the bridges, which I should be checking to see. Are these always the same positions? This is like 36, 37, 60, 68, 69 or so. So it's the same problem. We won't get here fast enough. I mean, I have one creep here who's gonna try to help. But there's so many of them that made it over. And only so much a single defender with no upgrades can do. So they lose again. All right, let's see. What's next? We could have... Well, I'm gonna take... I think what I'm gonna do is take a really quick break, go get some more water. Think about what my strategy can be now. We're like really close. I think we just we need to tweak the strategy to get it to the point where we defeat them. So I will be right back. right, I am back. Okay, so what can we do about this? One thing I was thinking of is that we can put the closest enemy back and we can attack them. So the closest enemy to our flag. So we could attack that one and just like beeline to that. Once they reach our side. We take some damage. That might be okay. So that might work out. So we let's see. Distance to our flag. So if they're on our side, let's say if it's less than 50, they're on our side. If it's less than 60, they're in the river. Otherwise, they're on the enemy side. Okay. Then I want, if they're in the river, we attack the closest one to us. If they're on our side, I want to attack the closest closest enemy to our flag. Okay, so if they're on our side, we are going to creep dot ranged attack, closest enemy to our flag, creep dot attack, closest enemy to our flag, creep dot move to, closest enemy to our flag. Okay, so no errors. And we're gonna still do this entire thing of like, can we, if we can heal the closest creep to us, which might be ourselves. So I think maybe this will work. Maybe, hopefully. It's another draw. Okay, did we all die? And like nobody's flag gets set? Okay, so normal thing. You all go out, pick up body parts. Okay, then they come. And we don't really have much time. A lot of us are in the swamp, which is not great. We do some attacking. And now it's time for us to run. We are now running towards our home. We've not taken out many of the enemy creeps, which might be the problem. Oh, if we can't get access to them, because the closest enemy creep is behind like a wall of other enemy creeps, that could be an issue too. And so we're here with a big battle, and we are attacking. We're taking those out. Dota, hello. Like, okay, so my creep on the flag doesn't die clearly, or if it does die, somehow I don't. Nobody gets on because this is a tied game. And we're doing a pretty good job at defending this off now. Oh wait, look at this. I left. I just left because there's less than 5 left, and I went after the first one. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. That's a terrible idea. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, so we all are heading over here. Yeah, that's I didn't lose, but this is not halfway through the game yet, and that's not great. So okay, so we're heading off to kill this guy now. I could have won right then. I could have won right then, but oh, because this guy's now heading back because I took out their flag guy, and I'm trying to hunt them down. And I do, and then for some reason, I'm not going after the flag. Okay. So mostly dead. If we get the enemy first, creep to enemy flag. Well, that's not okay. So wait, there's still an enemy around? I don't see any enemies. Okay, so there's no enemies, so is it not working here? Do I have something else that's preventing it from running that? Oh, look at this. If let some closest enemy to this, which means there are no close enemies. So at this point in time, there are no more enemies, and I need to attack. I need to get to the flag and take the flag. So really at that point, I should do, I should just loop through all my creeps and then go for the flag. So, creep in creeps. creep dot move to enemy flag. Not. Okay, so if there are no enemies, everyone move towards the enemy flag. Okay, now another sort of issue is we did go and abandoned attacking when there was when there were still defenders left. So I want to switch this to if there's less than if there is less than or equal to 1. Really, I'm just gonna say, okay, if it's equal to 1, they're mostly dead. Okay, so let's try this and let's see if this gives us a win. I'm guessing that this is gonna give us a win against floating orange. If there's some opponents that leave some creeps, like more than one creep back at base, ours might tie again. But let's see. I think we're gonna get a victory out of this one. Defeat. Oh no. Did they get past us and we didn't defend correctly? Okay, so let's see. So we do the entire thing where we're getting all of the updates. They move out. We're not that far out of. We're actually in good position now. And we're moving back home. We're trying to get either this one or this one. Where are we going? Are we trying to heal? I'm losing some creeps just to a lack of like defending or healing ourselves. But okay, so our defenders are here, but we're severely outnumbered this time. So this is not going very well for us. So I almost wonder if I don't want to I wonder if I don't want to like do the entire heal everyone. Yeah. If I don't want to heal everyone, maybe I can just heal myself if I can. Otherwise, we continue doing our thing. Or I need like one to heal. So like not everyone go and heal. So down to run attackers. So if you can heal, so if you can heal, I want to maybe just heal yourself, and that's it. So or maybe we go back to if your role is a healer. Okay, so if Bucket creeps. What was it? It was get the creep roll. Determine creep type. Oh, and yeah, so if determine. Ooh, but that's not going to work because it's going to find the first one. I don't want that. So I actually wonder here now. Let's undo wherever I was doing here. Okay, so what's the... If I try to heal myself and attack, the heal will take precedence. Or ranged heal if it's a ranged attack. Okay, so I only want to try to heal myself if like there's nobody next to me. So I kind of wonder now. Instead of run attackers, so here we go. We get the roll from the creep. So I want to attach. Let's have 3 groups now. We'll have a healer group. We'll have an attacker group. And we'll have a, I guess like the defender. So defender is the first healer. So if we've not defined, okay, so if we've not assigned a defender, okay, if you're a healer and we've not assigned a defender, do this one. Otherwise, okay, so attach, roll. Okay, so I want defender, attacker, sort of like healers. Defender, attacker, healer. So I think that's everybody in here. Okay, so determine your creep type. Okay, so if you're a healer and we've not assigned a defender, then you're a defender. Otherwise, roll healer attached to creep. So we're good there. Then we get the roll from the creep as we're going through. And we add in, okay, so if you're a healer, we want to then run healer. Probably pass in the creep. Pass in a creep and basically my creeps. In run attacker, we're not going to have a can heal. So you don't worry about healing at all. You just worry about killing the enemies. So me is going to be a creep. And then other creeps is going to be a reference to a vector of creep. Okay, so what do we want to do for this? If I'm damaged, heal myself. So I mean, I guess I could just get the closest damaged creeps. So get hurt creeps. Okay, that gives me a vector of just the hurt creeps. I want the creep with the lowest health, or I want the closest creep to me, really. Which I don't have a function for that yet. So if I take me and I could do, I can loop through these hurt creeps. So for hurt creep in I want the closest creep to me. So oh, and I think this is gonna be an if lat. Let's do the closest hurt creep equals, okay, so it's gonna be me dot find closest by path. I need an array of these. Okay, so it's gonna be let hurt creeps oh, it's the other way around. Hold on. Let's do that hurt creep array. Don't I have that somewhere here? Might be under utilities. Oh, create creeps array. That's what it was. Okay, so create creeps array, we pass in a reference to the hurt creeps. Dota, hello. Do I know any way to back up a Docker volume or make it more difficult to delete? Wait, isn't there protect on Docker volumes? I want to say there's like a protection thing. Docker. What would that be? Docker, Docker volume, like protect? Is that a thing? I guess not. I guess not. Okay, so backing up a Docker volume, well, if the Docker, you can add something to the Docker config file. Okay. Yeah, I've not really run into an issue where I'm trying to like back that stuff up because I don't really care about it that much usually. Docker protect container enter volume from accidental deletion. Kind of hacky. Yeah, there's just no built-in way, so you have to like hack it. So it would be hack it and then write scripts for the so write wrapper scripts for manipulation of Docker, because that way you can exclude deletion from those scripts, and then if you always use those, you just can't do it unless you like just make it harder for yourself. That might work too. Backing up, however, would be find out where the Docker volume is storing data locally and then copy that out. If you're volume mounting it, then that's going to be a lot easier because you know exactly where it is. So you can basically just sort of back up and copy that out. You could have a Docker container do that too if it's connected to the same volume. It's the only thing those are the only things I can think of. But I don't think there's a good, yeah, it's like not something I've ever really thought of needing to do. But it is an interesting idea. I think it's mostly because most of my database, I end up going to like managed databases, and I don't then need to worry about doing those backups myself. The DevOps guy ran Docker system prune-a. Yeah, you wish we had managed, that would solve it. Yeah, that's the thing is like, if you don't have that, it's like it's policy, right? Like as the teams, you're gonna have to set up policies because there's no other systems for how to like handle that. That's the only thing I can think of. Yeah. Which sucks. Cause like it's so much. Well, I mean, I guess it really shows. The when you go for a managed database, you're paying a lot more money. So let's say like $15 per month minimum. That actually may not be true. You may be able to get cheaper ones, but like for DigitalOcean, essentially it's like $15 per month. So I'm going to stay with that. Then that is, you're getting backups. You're getting all sorts of other stuff. Yeah, you've never seen cheap databases. I know, I've not seen any cheap databases that I'm willing to use. So let's go with $15 per month as the bare minimum, but those come with backups. Those come with accidental deletion protection like flags. So even you can't go into the GUI and like click delete unless you go through like a painful update to say like, okay, no, I don't want to delete this. Is $15 a month worth, is that like more expensive than the time it would take you to set up Docker, set up backups, set up all these protections yourself, and then still not know for certain that you're not going to make a mistake because you've just accidentally allowed, you know, somebody to just go in and delete it? It's more because the hosting provider, they insist on using Oh. Oh no. You can't solve some of these things. And like, I would almost just like say, you know what, we're just gonna go with a managed database from AWS, or I'm gonna use a managed database from something else. We're just gonna go over the network. It's gonna be HTTPS. It's gonna be slower, but do it. It would be interesting to sort of see Docker Compose hybrid managed databases where it's not really managed, but like it comes with all these scripts and everything else that like offers those protections. And so it's almost as if like it's a managed database with everything sort of like set up for you. And so it's only like half managed. They're self-hosted Azure? Really? Well, that's cool. I learned about LocalStack recently, which is pretty cool. But LocalStack, so LocalStack is basically self-hosted AWS, but it doesn't have everything, and the paid amounts are really expensive to get what you really want. It's apparently meant for testing and like development, as opposed to actually running this stuff yourself. But this is another thing I guess you could do. Let's see, what's core? It's like community, you get the basic APIs. Otherwise it's, yeah, decently expensive for an individual. Where's the core? Okay, core. Where's like the, I just want like the list. They don't have that there either. App? Okay, that's not what I want. I don't know. I don't never mind. I think that they have databases in there, but like it's not going to be what you want, really. Yeah, so anyways, it's unfortunate. I think the end result is just do a managed database. Just like if you're making any kind of money on this and it's a business, managed database. Like unless you're hiring a dedicated, not DevOps, a dedicated database person and a DevOps person, and working together and like being very good with culture and like constant improvement, and making sure that IT work, like improvement work, where you're like adding in all those scripts, it's not worth it. Those are not the things you want to do. Okay, so what was I doing here? Oh right, I was writing my run healer. So we create the hurt creeps array. I want the closest hurt creep to me. So I guess the other thing is that if other creeps is empty, well, other creeps should never be empty, because that includes ourselves. So if we have ourselves, then this is not going to work. But if herd creeps is empty, so if herd creeps is empty, I want to move towards our flag. So just go towards our flag. Otherwise, if we have, so there are hurt creeps. I want to create the hurt creep array. I want to find the closest creep to us. So is that an option? I think it's an option. So if let some closest hurt creep object. I don't know if I need to do that. I might need to. Object. Oh, it. If let. Okay, so equals. This is now going to be me dot find closest by path. The hurt creeps array. Okay, so I have this object here. I want to attempt to heal them and move towards them. So I guess first is if me dot heal. This has to be a target. Okay, this has to be a creep. So I need to convert this to a creep. So that closest hurt creep equals object to creep. Okay, so I get you, and then I want to attempt to heal you. So if me dot heal closest hurt creep. So if u equals return code not in range, then let's attempt to ranged heal you. So me dot ranged heal closest hurt creep, or yeah, closest hurt creep, and then me dot move to closest hurt creep. No. Okay, so we're also going to pass in our flag. Okay, so that works. So we should now have a group of healers that stay back. And attempt to heal whoever needs to heal. Everyone else moves around, gets the body parts, and then attacks back again. So let's try this. And that should buy us time to get our attackers back in time to help out. So no errors. Let's see if this works. Okay, so normal thing. Here's our attacker group is now significantly smaller, and they're moving off to all of these body parts. Our healers are moving off to go help these guys who are being attacked by the towers, which is fine. They're sort of chasing the others. The enemies start moving out. We're grabbing some body parts yet, but I think we're going to notice them soon. This is like 36, 37. I should be writing these down. This was like 69, 68. That's around the same. So I wonder if we can, I wonder if the rivers are always the same. Okay, so we're attacking. Okay, we stopped attacking them, and now we're trying to rush to get the closest. Which I'm not exactly sure is the best idea here. I might want to further split this up again by like attacker, like I wonder if like a defender group and an attacker group, that might be a completely different strategy. But I have more units sort of coming back earlier. I'm gonna lose some here. I wonder if I should go back to just attacking the closest, starting at like this spot. There's no way we're gonna live with this. There's too many of them here, and we're way too late. Actually, all of our opponents die. This is the only one that has attack abilities left. Yeah, and we lost. Okay. So, I was getting closer to winning when I had everyone attacking. Sort of like each other there. But I couldn't get back in time. I wonder if I want to do something like that again. But go earlier. So in Run Attacker, what's up? Hi. Sylvie, come here. It's okay, I'm not too close to the microphone. Oh, you wanna check out the green screen? Okay, you can check out the green screen. And you're done. Hi, Zobi. I don't have a real toilet. I have this. All right. I don't have my camera set up. It's on the floor still. To look at Zilby. Okay. So what do we want to do? I almost want to go back to where, like, the closest thing we had to victory last time. We attack the enemy as soon as they get close. So as soon as they start moving out, so enemy state, we have our side river. So let's say, if this is like less than 75, it's river. And I could do the same thing that I did before, because I have just the healers and run here. So I can do, instead of run healer like this, I can just say, okay, if your role is attacker or role healer, just run it. You just go together. In run attacker, we're going to use my creeps. So if we can get a roll with this, so let my roll, how did I get that? That was roll from. Okay, so I get my roll if I'm a healer. So if my roll, if I'm a healer, I want to then run the healer. I don't know if I would want to do that, or if I want to just, I guess, like, if there's any hurt creeps. So if that hurt creeps, close. Get hurt creeps, pass it in my creeps. If I don't want everyone moving over to help out, but maybe it would make sense. I want the closest. The closest to me, and then otherwise just go and collect stuff just like this. Okay, so if not is empty, so hurt creeps is empty. Okay, so if there are hurt creeps, I want to get the okay, if they're not empty and I can heal, so and can heal creep, I want to attempt to find the closest to me and go heal them. So it's like really function get closest creep. This might actually be utility. So pub function get closest creep. So this takes in creeps, which is a vector of creep, and is going to return, I guess this should be an option in case there's no closest creep here. Or it's an empty vector, maybe. An option with a creep inside. We might as well do a new one because we're going to have to deal with this. Okay, so we get our creeps is vector of creep. Oh, get closest creep. So, we have creep and other creeps. So I want to turn the other creeps into an array. So this would be let guess like I might turn this into a function too. The pub function. I think I have that array elsewhere. Oh, create creeps array. I have that right here. Okay, so other creeps array equals create creeps array and pass it in the other creeps. So that gives me an array. Then I want to find the closest one. So if let some closest creep object equals creep dot find closest by path other creeps array. Okay, so if we find you, we have the object. So then I want to return this as a sum object to creep. Pass it in closest creep object, and that's what I'm returning. Otherwise, it's a none. Okay, so I can now. Oh, you already return an option. So like that. Okay, get closest creep can now be done inside of here. So run attacker. If we have hurt creeps and we can heal, then I want to get the closest creeps to heal. So let closest hurt creep equals get closest creep. This is going to be my creeps. Oh, sorry. You are creep and my creeps. Now we know that you're not empty, so we should definitely find this. So I should be able to unwrap you safely. So then I have closest hurt creep here. I want to attempt to heal it. So, so if creep dot heal closest hurt creep, if that is not in range, then I want to try to ranged heal. Okay, we do that, and then I'm done. So I want to return here. We don't continue on. We're this is the only thing we do is attempt to heal. Otherwise, we continue on as normal. So if they're on the enemy side, we collect body parts. If they're in the river, we attack the closest enemy, and if they're on our side, actually just don't get to the closest to our flag. Do this too. So, or enemy state, our side. Just no matter what, attack the closest to us. And if they're mostly dead, then find the first creep and attack it. Otherwise, go to our flag. Go to their flag and get it. Okay. No errors. Let's see if this works. I'm guessing not, because the game ends at 6:50. But who knows? We might be able to. So we're splitting off. We're getting all these body parts. This is great. Our healers are fully healed, and they're doing nothing but attempting to heal themselves, which is not awesome. Like, you're losing health slightly and you're just healing yourself. That's not great. That's going to result in our losing. Okay, so what happened here? So get hurt creeps. If the hurt creeps are not empty, and we can heal, get the closest creep from here. So our, let's see, I'm just looking through my creeps of get hurt creeps. Hits max is greater than hits. Okay. I mean, that would make sense. So get hurt creeps. Get the closest creep would then be us, most likely. So if that's not empty, oh, wait, I'm just healing myself. Get the closest creep to I want the closest creep to hurt creeps. Yeah, okay. I was just healing myself when I saw that there was some energy. Like, I better heal myself. That's not helpful. Let's try this again. Okay, so we're off. Okay, we're healing. We're all moving around and we're not just stopping. That's a good sign. Okay, they're on their way. I believe we should start attacking them on this side of the map now. And this time we seem to be doing much better damage-wise. So we've already killed a couple of them. Yeah, there's like one lone one we're chasing, so that's good. We should be able to take those out ourselves. These are going to be a little bit rough. We just need to survive just long enough for our main army to catch up. That attacker is pretty dangerous. Oh, and I lost my healing abilities, and there's nobody here to heal, and we lose. Okay. So I think we went a little bit too far into. Okay, what happened to these guys? Here's our other army. They took forever to come back. What happened? So while they were attacking, so they got in here. We just took forever to get down. So we were on the other side of the map, and that was a little bit too much. So let's tweak this number up here and just say, okay, instead of 75, let's try 65 for distance to our flag. And then we start attacking at that point. And that might work a little bit better. We'll just be a tiny bit closer. Let's try again. $649 ticks at the end of the game. I don't know. That's sounding like a loss again. Okay, so here they come. So a lot of these going through this side, and we're all over here on this left-hand side. We're taking care of them pretty well. But now, oh, and the turrets every once in a while hit us and we stop to heal. Which is, oh, and we're going after the closest one here when we really do need to be a closest one to here. Just like beeline back, protect the flag. There's no way we can survive this for long enough. You know, it would be interesting. These two creeps have lost their attack abilities. I've still... my turrets took them out completely. I wonder if I wanted to only attack until the bodies were gone. Okay, but yeah, you're a little bit too far. So let's say if the distance to our flag is let's do the same thing, but if we're on our side, so let's move back to handling our side slightly differently. And then just attack the closest enemy to our flag. And this would be creep dot ranged attack. Okay, so creep dot range attack. I want to range attack the closest enemy to our flag. Creep dot attack closest enemy to our flag. Creep dot move to closest enemy to our flag, a none. And then what if we also check to see, what if we change this where it's not can heal, but if your type, so roll from creep is equal to roll healer. So if you're a healer, you're healing everybody else. Otherwise, doing that, let's have a roll and give you a derive partial equal. Defeat again. 651, so around the same amount of time. So I might still have a fundamental flaw in the strategy by sending everyone out here to go collect body parts. I might want to do a vastly different strategy of like just sending out only what I need to and have everyone else hang out at home. Or when I see that they're moving out, we head home. Oh, you know what? That's what we could do. That's what we can do. So, let's do their state. So we have the enemy side, river, our side, and mostly dead. So for this one, let's just say as soon as they enter the river, we abandon. And so their river is, let's go for like 7. So they move out. We're going to retreat. So if they're in the river, we don't attack them at all. We abandon this, and we just say creep dot move to our flag. Do I have our flag in here? I used to. Oh, my flag. Shouldn't need a reference on this. When they're on our side, we then attack the closest enemy to them. Okay, that might work out a little bit better. And then our side is less than, let's say 40. Let's say. So that'll give us like 30 positions to get into position. So we go off and collect body parts. We're not going to collect quite as many. Okay, they head out. And pretty soon we're going to detect this and just abandon the river. There we go. Here's our abandoning. So we're all heading home now. And then as soon as they reach like here or so, we turn around and attack. But we'll all be on this side now. And we'll attack the closest ones first. So that'll help out. There we go. So, no, we're not turning around. We are turning around. There we go. Now we're turning around. We're attacking this one right here. And this is looking like a much better fight for us. We're all over here. We've outnumbering them now because we're taking them out with the turrets too. It's close. We haven't noticed that our, oh no, they snuck in and got us because we didn't notice that our they snuck around and interesting. So we were attacking the closest to us, not the closest to the flag, right? Were we? I thought we were attacking the closest to the flag. So if our side, yeah, attack the closest to the flag, move to enemy closest to our flag. So I wonder if I need to wait longer. So our side would be maybe like 15th. Maybe even like 10th. So everybody move to our side, hang around the flag, and then we just attack the closest. Also inside of here in run attacker, get our hurt creeps. If we're healers, then we attempt to heal. Okay, let's try this one. I really want to win one match today. Like I feel like I'm really close. Why are you sitting here? That seems wrong. Okay, everybody is rushing back. Okay, the enemy's coming in, and now we counter attack when they get close. I don't know why you're broken. I can't even select you, so I wonder if you're... Oh yeah, there's a creep here. It's just the display bug. Are my creeps mostly dead? Oh, I think my creeps mostly died. So they got killed attacking. So I wonder if I need to, instead of just attacking the closest attacker, go back to attack the closest to you. So if they're on our side, which means they're really close to us, then I want to find the closest enemy creep. So I need an array of creeps. So that enemy array equals create creeps array, enemy creeps. I want to find the closest one. So if let closest creep, closest enemy equals, okay, so then in utilities we created this get closest creep. So ourselves would be creep, other creeps would be the... Oh, that's a vector. Oh, I don't need to do this then. So this would just be the enemy creeps. Okay. Oh, if let sum. then I want to attack you. I want to range attack you, attack you. So creep dot range attack, closest enemy, creep dot attack, closest enemy, creep dot move 2, closest enemy. And I could also reduce this down to even more, like you're 7. Let's go to 65 with this, so tweaking little numbers here and there. Okay, so let's try this again. $647 ticks is how long the game is, so I don't know if that means we win or not. I think it means we lose. Okay, so they're on their way. Do we not come in time? Oh yeah, look at that. We waited too long. So it should have been 70 or 75. A bunch of us are heading back, but not enough of them. Yeah, now we're being attacked. We can heal ourselves a little bit, but not against a melee unit. That's not going to work. Okay, then we lose. So let's go back to, let's do 75, go the other direction, and let's do something like 5. Caleb, hello. It's been a while. This is Screeps Arena that we're playing, and we're doing it all in Rust. It takes in JavaScript, but it also works with WebAssembly. So we're basically converting our Rust to WebAssembly, sending our game AI to the game, and that's controlling things. We're trying to tweak things around to actually win a match, which so far has been not working too well. But the way this works is it's capture the flag. So we're down here on the bottom right. I'm having a single sort of defender go and hang out by our flag. Our opponents, and this specific opponent at around 550, 600 ticks, sends out all of his units. Wait. Oh, this waged 2,000, so we tied. So hold on. So there's no middle ones. I should have them come back to like around here or something like that. But okay, so they're heading out, and so we're all rushing back to protect our flag. So we can now fast forward to this spot. So we're all coming in here. Here comes our opponents. Our healers are attempting to go out and help the ones that are getting hurt. And now it's just a big free-for-all here. They're not too close to us. That's good. Oh, now we have a melee on our healer here, which is not good. Oh, but we disabled them. Okay, we took them all out. So you program your own AI? Yeah, essentially. So the game provides an API for like grabbing all of these, they're called creeps, all of these around from the game, and it gives a way of determining which ones are yours, which ones are your enemies, and then other just like information about the game and what's going on. And so I'm able to use that and just tell them what to do. So you just like do commands. Now what happens here? Like why don't we win this game? We're coming in to attack them. We should just take their opponent and then take the flag. So we kill you and then just leave. Okay. What happened? Should I have like an enemy state all dead? Okay, so if we can't find a closest enemy here, I tell them move to the enemy flag. So why? What are you doing? What's going on with this? Oh no. Wait, this is going to the enemy flag, right? Okay. Enemy flag, and so my flag is this one. Enemy flag is get flag my false. Get flag. Oh, ooh, I'm not using this. Okay, so flags, get this filter. Ooh, okay, my unwrapper default is equal to mine. Well, that would do it. So I went to my own flag as opposed to the other's flag and tried to capture that. So that's fun. So we should win this round. Let's find out. Okay, so we're going to the middle. We're collecting body parts. So these body parts and capture the flag make my creeps buffer than normal. So in this opponent is never going after the middle one. So I have some creeps now that are going to be more powerful than their creeps. Even if it's just a tiny amount, should really turn the tides of battle for me. Okay. So we're collecting those. They move out. I see that. So all of my creeps head home. Looks like lose some of my healers to sort of like a they're just trying to heal themselves and going up, which is not great. I have some of them here. This might be enough for a defense. We'll see. Okay, this is looking good so far. All right, I think we're doing okay. There's a lot of enemies here. But my creeps are sort of moving in, and we're cleaning up. Okay, good. We do some healing, and then we all move out to take our take this last creep that they have as a defender out. So let's fast forward until they're attempting to defend as I cross the river. Here we go. And we take their flag, make it our own, and win the game. Okay, excellent. So that is against Floating Orange. Now that was a game like several weeks ago against this player. We lost a ranked match. So now we can come up and say, okay, I want to do a 1 rating game and just play against like random and just see how well we do. We'll rank number 393 right now, out of like 500 or so. So if we go and take a look at how many there are. $393. Okay, so here's where we are. And there's even more players now. So 629. So we're midway through the pack. We've never beaten a random opponent yet. Like opponent that actually does anything. We've beaten opponents that just literally uploaded I think like they just sit there and do nothing all the time. That's fine. We can beat those opponents. But okay. So I hit play. Maybe. Now, the code that we have right now only works if they attack us. It's a draw. So I wonder if there's both like turtlers and we both defend forever. So let's watch this replay and see what happens. So here's ours. We're in the top left this time. They're moving a bunch of creeps out right now already. They're probably heading out to the river to collect stuff. However, when they get close enough to, we freak out and stay in the river and wait until they get really close to us. Which is not good because that's going to let them take all this stuff. So, oh look, no, they're coming. They're doing an attack. They left some units back here for defense. Oh, we have unreachable. Ooh, so one of our unwraps got triggered. That's happening quite often. So we're not defending ourselves. We'll have to figure out what's going on with that. Maybe something about finding enemies. Oh, and suddenly it's working now. So we're countering. And so my guess is, even though we lost a few units needlessly, we're going to handily take out this attacking force with the rest of our creeps. Okay, that's great. And now they're not in here anymore. So we go off and start taking things from the middle. And that's just how the game ends, right? We're just continuing to do that forever. So I'm thinking that we attack. We run attacker, but we really want to like just say enemy state is turtling, maybe. So turtling. New, so we want the current tick. So if enemy's death length is less than or equal to 1, they're mostly dead. Let's do another else if. Else if tick is greater than or equal to 1500, then they are most likely turtling. So self turtling. And if they reaches here, okay, so that's fine. Then down here in match or enemy state, so if we're turtling, I want to do very similar to our side. Find the closest creep, range attack, and move to it. So really, I can kind of do this. If it's our side or enemy state turtling. So either of those, attack. I have 2 errors. Oh, right. You now want the tick. That's it. No more errors. All right, let's see if 1.3616 if we're able to successfully beat them now. Victory. Okay, let's take a look. So it's 1600 ticks. So my guess is it's the same things. They come over and hit this. Now we're reaching this unreachable code. So we have some bug. Oh, it's because of some of these are unable to reach. That's my guess. Some of these are unable to reach. And as soon as I kill off a few to let them move over, then we're going. So it's finding the closest enemies. So it's running our... Okay, so it's run the attackers when they're on our side. Get the closest creep. Well, this isn't cause... Am I doing any unwraps here? I'm not doing any unwraps here. Oh, it could be this. Get the closest creep and unwrap you. So I probably need to do this. If let some closest creep. Only do this if you can get to the closest creep. Otherwise, yeah, okay. I think that's what we have to do for this. But okay, we're in the middle now. Collecting all of our stuff, getting much stronger. So even though there's less of us than, actually there's more of us than them now. They lost a significant force to that attack. But we're getting much, much, much stronger. And so at 1,500 ticks, we go on the attack. So there we go. Now we're heading down here. They use all their turrets, which we should be able to heal up by the time that we reach here. And we're going to just wipe them all out and then take the flag. We sort of like came in a little trickling, which is not great, but we are, again, much more powerful than them, so that helps out a lot. And it looks like they don't have, they're trying to maintain a wall around their flag, so they're not really defending quite well. They're just sitting there as turrets, essentially. Oh, and then I accidentally moved on to the flag to kill the other, to kill the last creep. But that was a win. Okay, so that's a victory. Out of curiosity, if I try to play one more game, what happens? Does this work? So let's just see if this sort of style works out for us. It's taking a while. That might be victory. Okay, so this is our first time that we've won a victory just straight up against a new player, which let's see. So our old rating was 563 and we've moved up to 570. Okay, so 1685 ticks, probably the same thing. Here's them. They're doing this big, huge, like constant healing themselves in a wall around here. They also have 2 melee units coming in for defending their flag. That means we're going to be having plenty of time to take over updates, upgrades in the center to get more powerful. Execution timed out, so we're taking a little bit too long on some of these ticks. I haven't tried to like make things run faster yet. It's not been an issue yet. If we start losing games because of that, then we're gonna have to do something. So yeah, they're letting us spend here way too much time bulking up and getting really powerful. So we're almost at 1,500 ticks. Here we go. We're just out of screen. Now, we're not trying to just blindly make a beeline to the flag. We're just going to systematically kill everything that's close to us. And it looks like because we're sort of like, well, these ones, I think they actually may have been able to win this one if these creeps had come out to join the fray. But they're just creating a wall, and essentially they're turrets. But our second group here is coming up. So another thing to like maybe make us even more powerful with a higher chance of success is stop here, have everything grouped together, and then attack again as a unit. So several different ways that we can potentially make this a little bit better. But I like this so far. This is going well. At this point, they're kind of screwed. They don't have, like, we now outnumber them, and we're getting surrounds. And their last melee units don't really have much chance. They have no healing anymore. And we take it at 1,685 ticks. So 185 ticks after we started attacking. So excellent. Okay, well that's good to see. So one thing that we can do is we can just say repeat 10 times, stop on defeat. So play 10 rating games. Stop on defeat. So if we can win all 10 games, that would be pretty good. That would bring us up way past our rank right now. So we're at 384. Let's see if we can get past, like, how many games we can win. And then that will probably be it for this stream, because it's around noon, which means I have to go grab lunch. Okay, so we won one game. We only won one game, and then we lost the second game. Okay. So that's a little bit too bad. We lost in 173 ticks. They must have rushed us. Okay. We will next time. Did you not? Yeah, okay, yeah. Here, Kingoya. We will be able to play test games against Kingoya and figure out what happened next time. So with that, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'll be back tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Mountain Time to work on our Brooks Builds platform, which is a web application that we're building in Rust and U.RS. So with that, have a great rest of your Sunday, and see you next time. Bye.